So this is the Sentro 48 needle knitting machine. It does have a row counter on it, tension rod as well for your yarn. I will tell you, this machine, you are better off using a 3.5 ounce worsted weight yarn. Do not use the heavier worsted weighted yarns because it will jam up your machine and you will end up breaking it. So this is what a 3.5 ounce worsted yarn looks like. This was made on my other Sentro. I have had issues with the Sentro. It is not an expensive machine. If you are looking to really have high output, you're probably going to want to look at something, you know, a little heavier duty. And I don't want to name names here, but there are others that are better, but they cost a lot more money. You can get these new on Amazon for between $45 and $60. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, obviously you're getting shipping free, which is great. So this is my third one. I have had issues because I try to push these and see how far I can go with them. And that's how I know the best weighted yarns to use and the best practices when it comes to knitting. I've thus far, using the Sentro for the past 2 months, month and a half, I've created 40 knitted hats. It's been a blast. I love doing it. I'm a student and I'm able to knit and create while I'm studying online, looking at tutorials. And maybe that's not for everyone, but I like to multitask. Anyways, I've been making hats for my Hope for Horses coaching program to put in my store. So we're taking everything out and you get all kinds of fun little goodies, which is awesome. It comes packed like this. You get your directions, read them. They're there for a reason. They come in like, I don't know, 2 different languages. You get, I don't know, Chinese, and then you get American. Here's your list of things that are included, and they also include some cute little skeins of yarn. And this is the weight you want to be using, so definitely make sure you know your weights. Make sure you're abiding by that. Your machine will last a lot longer. Here she is. So what you're seeing here, this is your row counter. Some other machines do not come with them. You can buy a separate one if you're not using the Sentro. This is where you do your cranking. You just open up your little package of goodies. Oh, so much fun. Your legs are in here. You're going to turn your machine upside down. These just pop right in really easy. You don't have to force them. They just go in nice and nice. And they do come with screws, okay? It's a good idea to use those screws to attach your legs to this because you're going to use suction cups, and if they're not screwed in, when you go to pull your knitting machine off of your hard surface, you're going to pull your legs back out. So use the included screws, okay? Here's your tensioner. In this little packet. Look, they even give you a little screwdriver, which is handy because it's the right size for your very tiny screws. And it's magnetized, guys. It's really cool. You get, this is the little needle you're going to use to cast off your machine, and that's really simple. And there's other knitters out there, Sentro knitters that have tutorials on doing the actual knitting. You've got all different size needles, crochet hook, another needle, and they do come in handy. You might think you're not going to use them, but you will. All right, I got 4 tiny screws. I'm only going to show you one. Let's do this one. Just get it there. Whoops. They are tiny, but they're not that hard. I've put these together multiple times. Okay? There you go. And then, after you do all your screws, when you want to go attach it to a table, I roll these little suction cups on, just like that. All 4 of them, just like that. Easy, easy peasy. Then, the next thing you want to do is attach your tensioner. Very easy to do. I say that as I'm sitting here and struggling. I'm not really struggling. And there it's done, see? So that's going to keep the tension of your yarn perfectly for knitting, okay? I'm not going to go into all the details about how to cast on, how to knit, how to cast off, how to set up your yarn for feeding the machine. There are other videos out there. I may make another video and show you how, but that is the unboxing and the basics of your Sentro 48 needle knitting machine. It's a blast, and boy, you want to start making gifts for family and friends, this is the way to do it. The other thing, oh look at, see, it is really attached. Those suction cups work. On the side you have tube knitting, and that's for making hats, and then there's a P, and you switch that up, and that is for doing panel knitting, which is a little more involved. I would totally tell you, if you're new to knitting machines, start with your tube knitting because it's fast, it's easy, and you can really get the hang of it before you delve into something a little more involved, okay? Let me make sure I show, let's get some tube for hats, panel for making like shawls or scarves or I don't know what. You can even make, there are patterns out there for sweaters. All right, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I will leave a link to Amazon where you can purchase these nifty little knitting machines. Thanks for watching. Bye.